Did you know that the average American throws away about 4.4 pounds of trash every day? That adds up to more than 1,600 pounds of waste per person each year. Shocking, right? And here's another eye-opener. Around 92 million tons of clothing are tossed out globally every year. That's like dumping an entire garbage truck of clothes into a landfill every second. With these numbers in mind, it's clear that our culture of consumption is out of control. But what if I told you that buying less could be the key to a more sustainable future? It sounds simple, but making mindful choices can have a huge impact. In this video, we'll explore how the minimalist mindset can change the way we live. We'll uncover hidden costs of overconsumption, dive into the power of repair, and discover creative ways to reuse what we already have. You'll see how your choices can spark a ripple effect, inspiring others to embrace a more sustainable lifestyle. So, are you ready to learn how buying less can lead to a healthier planet and a happier you? Let's get started. Chapter 1: The Minimalist Mindset. Why less is more for the planet. The idea that less is more goes beyond aesthetics. It's a shift in how we live and consume. Minimalism, at its core, challenges the notion that happiness comes from owning more stuff. Instead, it teaches us to prioritize quality over quantity, which, in turn, reduces waste. A study from the University of Manchester found that those who embrace a minimalist lifestyle reduce their carbon footprint by up to 30%. This is a huge win for both the individual and the environment. In a world that constantly pushes us to buy, we often forget that every purchase has a hidden environmental cost. By choosing to buy less, we cut down on the demand for production, which means fewer resources are extracted, fewer emissions are generated, and less waste ends up in landfills. Joshua Becker, author of The More of Less, says it perfectly: owning less is better than organizing more. When we own less, we not only declutter our homes but also lighten our ecological footprint. The minimalist mindset isn't about deprivation, it's about intentionality. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Before every purchase. This simple question can help you avoid impulse buying. It turns shopping from a mindless habit into a mindful act. Plus, studies show that the less we consume, the more satisfied we feel with the things we already own. The secret to sustainable living might just be hidden in our closets. Chapter 2: Hidden Costs. The environmental impact of overconsumption. We often see the price tag, but we rarely consider the hidden environmental cost of what we buy. Every item we purchase has a carbon footprint, from the resources used to produce it to the emissions created in shipping it. A 2021 report from the Ellen MacArthur Foundation revealed that 92 million tons of clothing waste are produced each year. That's equivalent to a garbage truck full of clothes being dumped every second. Fast fashion is a prime example of how overconsumption is hurting the planet. We buy more clothes than ever before, but we wear them for half the time we used to. It's estimated that one garbage truck of textiles is burned or sent to a landfill every second, according to the United Nations Environment Programme. That's a staggering figure when you consider that most of these items could have been repaired or repurposed. The environmental cost isn't just in fashion. Electronics, single-use plastics, and even food packaging contribute heavily to waste. The average American throws away 81 pounds of clothing per year. It's clear that our throwaway culture is unsustainable. By simply buying less, we can cut down on these hidden costs. When we reduce consumption, we reduce the need for production, which directly cuts emissions. This, in turn, eases the strain on our planet's limited resources. Chapter 3: Sustainable by Design. Choosing longevity over trends. One of the smartest strategies for living sustainably is choosing products designed to last. In a world obsessed with trends, it's easy to get caught up in the cycle of buying and discarding. But the truth is, quality products are often more sustainable in the long run. According to a study by WRAP, extending the life of clothing by just 9 months reduces its carbon, water, and waste footprints by 20–30%. This same principle can be applied to many items we use daily. Think about your most treasured possessions. Chances are, they're items that have stood the test of time. Whether it's a sturdy pair of boots or a well-made piece of furniture, longevity beats fleeting trends every time. Investing in high-quality, durable items is not only better for your wallet but also for the planet. Plus, timeless products never go out of style, meaning you'll likely wear or use them for years to come. When we choose longevity over trends, we send a message to manufacturers: quality matters. Companies are beginning to respond to this demand. Brands like Patagonia and Eileen Fisher have long advocated for durable, repairable products. They encourage customers to buy less, but buy better. As Yvonne Schoonard, founder of Patagonia, famously said, "Don't buy this jacket," a call to resist unnecessary purchases. Another smart tip is to steer clear of products that are fast. Whether it's fashion or furniture, anything marketed as quick and cheap likely has a short lifespan. Instead, look for items with warranties or repair options. When companies offer repair services or extended guarantees, it's a sign they stand behind their products. And when you invest in these, you're making a sustainable choice. Chapter 4: The Power of Repair, Extending the Life of What You Own. We live in a throwaway culture, but what if we could change that by simply repairing what we own? Repairing might sound old-fashioned, but it's actually a powerful sustainability strategy. In fact, a study by the European Environment Agency found that extending the life of products like electronics and clothing by just 10% could reduce waste by 6.5 million tons every year. That's huge. Think of your favorite pair of jeans. Instead of tossing them out when they rip, why not patch them up? It's easier than most people think. You don't have to be a master tailor, simple fixes can make all the difference. Learning how to repair your own clothes or electronics saves money, cuts down on waste, and reduces the demand for new resources. In Sweden, they've taken this a step further by offering tax breaks for people who repair items rather than replacing them. Imagine that, getting rewarded for being sustainable. It's a mindset we can all adopt, even if tax incentives aren't available where we live. Repair cafes have popped up in cities around the world, where volunteers help people fix everything from bicycles to blenders, all in the name of sustainability. Tech enthusiasts are also joining the repair movement. Many companies, like Fairphone, design smartphones that are meant to be easily fixed, with replaceable parts. Meanwhile, movements like Right to Repair are pushing legislation to make repairs more accessible and affordable. Repairing isn't just about saving money, it's about building a sustainable habit that values what we already have. If you're new to repairing, start small. Fix that loose button, glue that broken chair leg, or replace your phone battery instead of buying a whole new device. The repair revolution, as some are calling it, is one of the most impactful ways to reduce consumption. And each time you repair something, you help change the narrative from disposable to durable. Chapter 5: Creative Reuse. Turning old into gold. Another exciting way to embrace sustainability is through creative reuse, or upcycling. Upcycling takes items you no longer need and transforms them into something new and useful. It's the ultimate buy less strategy because it turns waste into value. A 2020 report by the Global E-Waste Monitor estimated that 53.6 million metric tons of e-waste were generated globally that year. Imagine if more of that was upcycled instead of ending up in landfills. Think about that old ladder sitting in your garage. With a little creativity, it could be turned into a bookshelf or a unique plant stand. This concept of turning old into gold isn't just for furniture. People are upcycling everything from plastic bottles to old t-shirts, giving them new life and keeping them out of landfills. In fact, Etsy reports a 43% increase in searches for upcycled products year over year, showing that people are more interested in creative sustainability than ever. One of the best parts of upcycling is that it's often a fun and rewarding process. It encourages creativity and gives us the chance to make something unique. You don't have to be an artist to get started. There are endless online tutorials and ideas for beginner-friendly projects. The key is to think about how items can be repurposed instead of thrown away. Take plastic, for example. While plastic pollution is a massive problem, upcycling can give plastic a second life. People are making eco-bricks, plastic bottles stuffed with other plastic waste that can be used as building materials for everything from garden walls to furniture. It's a simple yet powerful way to reduce plastic waste while creating something useful. Upcycling is a win-win. You get a new item, and the planet gets less waste. So before you throw something away, ask yourself, how can I repurpose this? You might be surprised at the creative solutions you come up with. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe. Join our community for more tips on sustainable living and to help make a difference. Together, we can create a greener future, one mindful choice at a time.